Manchester United 3-1 Sunderland, Daley blind, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Henrikh Mkhitaryan goals see David Moyes' Old Trafford return end in misery. Daley blind fired Manchester United ahead with a low left-footed strike on 39 minutes. Zlatan Ibrahimovic doubled the Red Devils' lead on 82 minutes from a Paul Pogba assist. Henrikh Mkhitaryan added a spectacular third, but replays show he was offside. Fabio Borini pulled one back for the visitors in injury time with a stunning volley from outside the penalty area. Match was David Moyes' first at Old Trafford since being sacked as United manager in April 2014. His days as the chosen one have long since been consigned to the past, an unhappy chapter in the modern history of Manchester United, and David Moyes' first return to Old Trafford ended in more disappointment for the Scot as his Sunderland side suffered a Boxing Day defeat. For Jose Mourinho, on the other hand, it was a fifth win in a row as he continues to guide United in the right direction after 3 years of mediocrity under Moyes and Louis van Gaal since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson. It was far from straightforward. United were left hanging on to a rather precarious one-goal lead given to them by Daley Blind's first half strike until the last 8 minutes, when goals from Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Henrikh Mkhitaryan, whose sensational finish should have been ruled out for offside, sealed victory. Indeed, Moyes will have been heartened by the performance of his team for a significant part of this match as they played with confidence and no little enterprise. Their reward came too late from Fabio Borini's fabulous volley in the 90th minute. But United are a different proposition than the one that declined under him, and Mourinho will take them into the new year with renewed belief. They kicked off the game outside the top 5 at Christmas for only the second time in the Premier League era. The other occurred under Moyes in his only season in charge 3 years ago, when United were 2 points worse off at the same stage of the campaign. The Scot had a better win percentage than Mourinho, however, demonstrating that he is not alone in struggling to satisfy United's ambitions in the post-Ferguson years. Van Gaal hit one of his lowest points on Boxing Day last year when United were well beaten at Stoke, and Mourinho has struggled to stamp his mark on the club until recently. He made 2 changes to the team that recorded a 4th win in a row at West Brom last week, with Juan Mata and Blind replacing Wayne Rooney and Matteo Darmian. Rooney is said to have complained of a slight injury in training, denying him the chance to make his 450th Premier League appearance and, more importantly, equal Sir Bobby Charlton's all-time scoring record for the club. There was the minimum of fuss surrounding Moyes' first return to Old Trafford since he was sacked in 2014. The Sunderland boss was last down the touchline before kick-off, receiving a handshake for Mourinho and Fred the Red, but that was about it. He will have been heartened by his team's performance in the opening 45 minutes, even though Sunderland went in at half-time a goal behind to Blind's strike. They started brightly at Old Trafford, and that was not always the case with Moyes' team when he was in charge here. Viktor Anichev, in particular, was a handful for United's defense despite needing lengthy treatment inside the opening 10 minutes after injuring his left shoulder in a collision with Phil Jones. Patrick Van Aanholt brought a fine diving save from David De Gea with a curling free kick from the edge of the box after Anichev had been bundled to the ground by Blind, and De Gea then denied Anichev when he swiveled to shoot from close range after Blind had headed down to the edge of his own 6-yard box under pressure from the Sunderland striker and Borini. Even when United pressed, Sunderland posed a real threat on the break, and Jermaine Defoe flashed a shot wide of the upright after one such move in the 18th minute.